Oh yeah, ladies and genitals, welcome back to another video on the Racing Joker channel. Today, we're taking a look at The Fate of the Furious. This is the first episode of what's going to be an interesting journey for me. I've never seen this movie before. It's been a while since I watched Furious 7, which I also watched for the first time for you guys. Thought I'd take a break, be respectful. It was a nice send-off to Paul's character. But now we're getting into the real nonsense, I would say. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and not react to every little thing. I know that kind of drove you guys a little nuts last time. I'm gonna do my best, but I'm going to be honest with you, it's gonna be hard not to. Because Furious 7, I'm not gonna lie, was pretty bad in a lot of ways. It was okay as a movie, so long as you really turned off your brain and then replace it with the one called Abby Normal from Young Frankenstein. But anyways, I hope you guys are happy that I'm finally doing this. For those of you who are new and you're not subscribed yet, be sure to fix that because you'll like what I got planned, and I want you to join the six-figure army. Pendants are now available. I'm going to be ordering mine here soon, and I'll be rocking it in the videos. Join the six-figure army today, and we'll beat the you-know-what. I'm told that if you talk about the system, you could get blacklisted or whatever, who knows, but you know what I mean. Let's hit that 100,000 subscriber mark and let's watch the movie in a copyright safe way. It's an important detail. You know, I still miss the original kind of intro. Who would have thought I could have nostalgia for a Universal logo clip? Yeah, still an ironic name for a studio. One race to rule them all. Okay, that does look like an amazing road to drive on. I say this as someone who has traveled the world, okay? And saying this is kind of embarrassing, but Havana has always just made me think of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Brian Tyler, can't go wrong there. What are these movies rated again? You know, I don't know what's more unrealistic. The stunts in these films or the movies trying to convince me that this many female models are actually willing to attend a car show without being paid. I'm sure there's exceptions to the rule, though.
No way. Yeah.
Realistically speaking, you can put a car engine in a boat and vice versa, right? Are there advantages to doing swaps like that? Because I swear, I've heard of people putting things like LSXs into, like, speedboats and shit, right? I know this is a dumb thing to harp on, but since when does Dom have a cousin? I mean, everyone has cousins, but hear me out. Is this them just trying to test the water with having random family members pop up that we've never heard of before, just all of a sudden? I mean, I think you know what I'm saying. They were always there, but you just couldn't see them.
Why are you hooking up my cousin's car?
I need it money, I give it to him, he can't pay, I take the car.
I just need a few more days.
A few more days wasn't part of the deal.
So, he borrowed money and didn't pay him back? Something tells me Dom's pseudo-cousin knew what he was getting himself into.
You make a deal, you gotta live up to it.
Oh, I thought they were gonna try and make him into a bad guy somehow.
Good deal, you gonna live up to it.
Gonna live up to it. So you're one of those types. You take everyone's ride and then ship it back to the States?
Well, I mean, he's gotta get his money back somehow.
If you want a car, get it the right way.
How?
Race for it.
What does this dialogue smell like to you guys? Mozzarella? Parmesan?
Parmesan.
Or how about Nabacoa? I think that's how you say it. If you know, you know.
This car is the fastest car in the island. Do you know what he has under that hood?
He knows it doesn't matter what's under a hood. The only thing that matters is who's behind the wheel.
Are you sure about that? We should, you know what? Let's have Dom drive that bicycle that was made to look like a Porsche 911 GT3. You know, the one that was shown on Top Gear that Richard Hammond drove.
And we ain't racing no quarter mile here. We race the Cuban mile.
What in the crystal is a Cuban mile? He was able to pull off all those body panels just like that? Well, I'd be concerned about a couple things, like how well the car is held together. I'd be taking a close look at the motor mounts for one, but also, how are all his fingers still attached? Are there no sharp edges in there? Or are Dom's fingers just made of the same stuff as Kay from Kay's Cooking?
Pull the seats, the doors, the battery. If it ain't the motor, take it off.
Take out the battery. Also, is this guy even going to want this car if he loses in this condition?
Nah, Fed. This is Cuban Nas.
How do you Cubanize NOS?
What are you doing?
Chromance turbo. Pull the vacuum line, hold on. Old trick the Buster used to play.
Buster? You're saying Brian did this Since when? I think that turbo said Turbonetics on it. I mean, that's pretty old school. I mean, Turbonetics are the guys who made the OG T66 turbos. You know the ones I'm talking about. It's pretty crazy because now they only have, I think, one turbo on their site. I mean, it is a T4 turbo, Dominic, but, or twin scroll or whatever. So it's not, probably not awful. Why not just wear nothing at that point? Be safe. I mean, that just feels like PR pandering. What about this feels safe? In what universe could this possibly be safe? You know, was there even a race in the last movie? I honestly can't remember. You know, speaking as someone who definitely has, well, no experience racing people on the street. I mean, let's just say in a theoretical world, I was spirited driving with someone else, potentially trying to get out in front of them, and I was, I guess you could say, preoccupied with focusing on the road. In fact, too much so, to the point where I just didn't feel like trying to make eye contact with my opponent, because that would have been dangerous and just kind of more difficult than it's worth. The guy was in a 435i though. It was exciting. In Minecraft. What is the black car? And I ask that kind of hesitantly a little bit because I know someone in the comments is going to be like, you're a fake car enthusiast. How do you not know what this obscure thing from 1945 that only had 20 examples made and was built by a dude in a shed while drinking some scotch and whiskey? And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know everything, okay? But you guys are a cool resource, okay? That's why I like to ask questions. You know, bear with me, but I feel like in real life, or at the very least America, which is a version of real life, blocking traffic while riding a motorcycle feels like a really, really fast-paced way of ending up on the news or a t-shirt.
That car belongs in the trash, bro.
So why do you want it so bad? Better yet, why would you supposedly be willing to spend more than what the car is worth on shipping it elsewhere to sell it? Shipping stuff is expensive. And I'm just referring to the cost of shipping stuff within one nation. Shipping from nation to nation. Good night. Ah, yes, because that's how nitrous works. Well, that was an interesting looking pickup truck. Be safe, my ass.
Where are they going?
This seems like a really bad system for running a race in broad daylight. Well, also, I guess there's just no police authority in Havana. Edward Kenway killed them all. I like how they had to find a way to make Dom seem like a badass, but also still be an underdog by giving him a really crappy car. That didn't do as much damage as I would have thought it would have, if that's a sentence, Also, that's kind of a waste of a bike.
Okay, Buster. Let's see if this works.
You know, I still don't remember Brian doing that, or Brian or anyone else alleging to the fact that he ever did. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like that engine has already been running for a lot longer than it should have. And that's before he made it go all... Just a reminder, fire is hot. Being that close to an active engine fire would suck. And now, unless if your body's pain receptors aren't working and you just feel nothing, being in that car would be pretty much unbearable. These mofos are cheering this on like this is just another Saturday in Cuba. Be safe, my ass. Also, I'm pretty sure it's been more than a mile. Do the Cubans just not know how to count? Is that what they're saying? Is this movie racist? According to the Fate of the Furious, the residents of Havana suck at chemistry and can't make proper nitrous, and they don't know what a mile is. I see. The reverse gear in this car was designed by Christian von Koenigsegg. This is just strange to behold. As if they could hear you. Oh, must have hit a squirrel. Just another Saturday.